Do you want to learn English? Well, in this video, you're going to learn English with the comprehensible input method, where you just watch, you listen, and you learn new vocabulary. Today, we're in the small town of Dorchester-on-Thames. It's called Dorchester-on-Thames because it's next to the River Thames. The River Thames, which goes all the way through London. Anyway, it's just a very small town with around 1,100 people living here. So let's go and take a look around. Now, just then I said that Dorchester was a town. That was, of course, wrong. Dorchester is not a town. It is actually classified as a village. It's quite a big village with 1,000 people in, but it's actually not a town. It's a village. This is called a thatched roof. It's a really old-fashioned style of making a house, right? The roof, that's a thatched roof. It's not a regular roof with tiles. You see that house over there, a regular house that has tiles on it. But this has a thatched roof. This hotel here behind me, called the George Hotel, was actually built in 1495. So it was built in 1495, which makes it more than 600 years old, I believe. If my math is correct, this building is more than 600 years old. So this is the kind of thing you get in a regular village in Britain, right? In Britain, go to a village and you will find things like this, more than 600 years old, built in 1495. Now, the main attraction of Dorchester-on-Thames is the Abbey. Right here in front of me is the Abbey. Right behind me there's a sign that says Dorchester Abbey. So it's the Abbey Church of St. Peter's and St. Paul's. So you can see the clock right at the top of the church. You see the time is currently around 1:34, 1:35, something like that. So it's just gone 1:30. So right now it's just gone 1:30 in the afternoon right now. It's about 1:34, 1:35. Down here, this sign says, "Please do not park on the cobbles." See? Please do not park on the cobbles. So what are the cobbles? Cobbles are these. These are cobbles, right? It's a cobbled area. So you cannot park on the cobbles here. That's what the sign is saying. Please do not park on the cobbles. So we're just going to walk up to the Dorchester Abbey. So this is the Dorchester Abbey here, and I'm just walking up this path here. This path goes towards the Dorchester Abbey up there. Down here you can see my shadow. But yeah, this is the Dorchester Abbey, and we are walking through the graveyard with all of the gravestones. Okay, so these are all gravestones in the graveyard. That's a gravestone, this is a gravestone, and on the other side we have a lot more gravestones here in the graveyard here. And we go up to the Abbey. We can see it's quite a large building. People do actually travel here to come and see this. People travel to come and see this amazing Abbey. And we're just going to go inside here. And let's see if we can go inside this big wooden door. On the left there's a notice board. Most of the notice board is just about services that are on Sunday. Okay, that's normal with Christianity. So there's a service at 8 a.m, a service at 10:30 a.m, and then another service at 5 p.m. Everyone's welcome, so anybody can go. So on this notice board, it's basically all just about services that are on in the church, aside from the no smoking sign and the CCTV sign. So just a sign to warn people, just a warning that there is CCTV, there are cameras in this church. Let's grab this handle and let's open the door. It's very quiet in here, so I'm going to be respectful, keep my voice down. Here we have this huge stained glass window, a massive stained glass window there. Very impressive. Over here, of course, we have some more stained glass windows. These ones are a bit more colourful. So there's this one, and there's another stained glass window here. Over here, hanging down from the ceiling, we have a chandelier. So this is a chandelier hanging down all the way from the ceiling. A nice chandelier there. Some candles, but of course this candle is not lit, and this candle is also not lit. And of course this candle as well is not lit right now. There's a piano here, but the piano is covered up. See? Piano is covered up, so you can't use it. You're not supposed to use the piano right now because it's covered up at the moment. Two more candles. This one is not lit, nor is this one. This one isn't lit either. So this candle isn't lit, and nor is this one, nor is this one. So I have to do my best to whisper. I'm going to whisper, okay? I have to be very quiet and be respectful in this church, so I'm going to whisper into the microphone, okay? Quite an impressive building, considering it's only a village of 1,000 people. For there to be such a huge church, an abbey here, when it's only a village of 1,000 people. That's kind of the thing with Britain, right? Is that even though this is only a small village of around 1,000 people, you can see that you still get these huge churches, these huge abbeys. I mean, look at this place. It's quite big. It's just a small village, only 1,000 people here, but still. So the Dorchester Abbey, just behind me, was actually built in the year 1140. That means that this abbey, this church, is around 900 years old. So just think how old that is. Obviously, they would have had to maintain the building. Obviously, they would have had to do things to the building to maintain it. However, the building itself is the same thing that was built in 1140, around 900 years ago. That's a long time. It's a very long time. Over there, just behind the abbey, behind the church, there's this garden area, and you can see there are children playing over there, playing all over this area. I'm just going to go down the side of the church here, down this tiny little path. We have a bench down here. I'm just going to go around the edge of the church and see what we can find around here. This fence here is kind of falling apart a little bit. See, it's completely falling apart, this fence, this part. So yeah, the fence is kind of falling apart. You know, it's looking very old. It's kind of falling apart here. Everything's kind of broken a little bit, but that's fine. Let's continue around the outside of the church. And there we go, we're back to the side of the graveyard here. Let's head back into the village of Dorchester-on-Thames and let's see what else we can find in this small 1,000 person village in the UK. Okay, we're just heading out of the abbey now. We're just heading out of the abbey and we're going to go and look around the rest of Dorchester-on-Thames and see what else we can find around here. I can see that just here there's a really small co-op here. You usually find the co-op in these small villages. It's usually just a really tiny small shop, like a supermarket, but very small. And so yeah, that's where you usually find the co-op in England. Let's try going down this little lane here. More houses with these thatched roofs up there. See, houses with thatched roofs. Would you like to live in a place like this in the English countryside? Tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments, would you like to live in a house like this in the English countryside? Now over here we have the White Hart Hotel up there. Now if you look carefully on the brickwork here, you can see it says 1691. And of course the idea is that the hotel was built. It was built in 1691. But actually people think it was built before then. Most people think that it was built even before 1691. But yeah, this hotel, the White Hart Hotel, was built around 400 years ago. Something like that, something like 400 years ago. As you can see, the weather has finally turned in my favor. The weather has finally turned in my favor because every other time that I've made an English sponge video, the weather has been terrible. It's been cloudy, rainy, dark. But today, the spring has finally arrived. We can see that the long, dark months of winter are over and spring is here. Just across the road here, we have a war memorial. So this is called a war memorial. And we can see here we have some wreaths. So this is called a wreath. And the wreath is made of these red poppies. They're actually made of plastic. Okay, it's not real poppy, but it's a plastic poppy. And so the poppy is really a sign of remembrance and respect. A sign of remembrance and respect for those who fell, those who died in military service, those who died in the war, or in any of the wars, really. This one, as you can see, says 1939 until 1945. Do you know which war that is? Do you know which war those dates are? Those are for World War II. Okay, so this is a war memorial for World War II. By going down this little road here, we have a blue door here, although the door is kind of falling apart a little bit, right? If you look at the door, it's kind of falling apart. You can see here the paint is coming off. So that door's kind of falling apart. Guys, if you do have any friends or family who can speak no English and understand no English at all, then on EnglishSponge.com we do actually have videos made for people who understand no English, zero English. On our A0 Absolute Beginner section on our website, anybody, even if you speak no English at all, you can still go there and you will be able to follow the videos and learn vocabulary from zero. Okay, so if you have any friends or family members who still don't really speak any English, don't understand any English, this could be a good, fun, easy way for them to finally start understanding English. Okay, a lot of people start trying to finally learn English and they use a textbook and they start looking at textbooks and stuff, and they just get bored, and it seems complicated, and they just think to themselves, I can never learn English. This is just not for me. It's not really for me. I'm not a smart guy. I'm not a smart person. I can't really learn. There's no point. But on English Sponge, we have these absolute beginner videos, which hopefully for a lot of people will be their entrance into finally starting to understand a bit of English and starting to feel like, yes, actually, I sort of can. Maybe I can learn English, actually. Maybe it's not that hard. Okay? So if you do have any friends or family members, please tell them about that. Here we have another house with a thatched roof, another thatched roof there, and also at the top a chimney. So we have a chimney on the top of the house as well. Got a thatched roof and a chimney, and we can also see the shadow of the house behind, and we can see the shadow of the chimney from the other house as well. Hello. Come on, boy. Hey. How you doing? Hey. Come say hello. How are you? How are you? Good boy. How are you today? Let me zoom out a little bit. How are you doing? What's your name? Just got a nice dog here. Just came out to play. I'll leave him to enjoy his fun. Dog is now following me around. Hello. You want to go for a walk? You should go back home. You should not follow me. You should go home, doggy. Don't follow me, doggy. You can see this house here, number 45, says the old granary on it. Do you know what a granary is? A granary is a place where people used to store grain. They used to put all their grain in the granary. So obviously it used to be a granary. It's not anymore. Now it's just a house. But in the past, this area, this building used to be a granary here. So we have come to a bridge going over a river. Actually, the name of this river is the River Tame. I know that's confusing because it sounds very similar to the River Thames, but actually this is not the River Thames, this is the River Tame. And actually the River Tame is connected to the River Thames. This is a smaller river that will then eventually connect to the bigger River Thames. Look at that, guys. Not a cloud in the sky. Not a single cloud in the sky. Clearly spring is finally here. We're now walking back into the town, the village, sorry. On the left we have the primary school. The primary school is for young children from the ages of like 4 to 11. So that's the primary school. We're heading back into the village. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video in Dorchester-on-Thames. I hope you enjoyed watching me walk around this small village in the UK, in England. If you do like this kind of video, check out this playlist with more videos at the B1 intermediate level of English, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.